So we're gonna do a little frog leg recipe. Uh, Everybody deep fries them. It's the best way to have them. So we're not gonna do deep frying today. Gonna do a little bit different, something on the stove and a skillet, just to be a little different, just to show the versatility of frog legs. They can be more than deep fried. So essentially every time I cook, I use salt, pepper, garlic powder. We'll also be using this. It's a custom seasoning that I have made. Uh, you can use Tony's or any type of Louisiana, New Orleans style seasoning that you would like. Uh, this is a little less salty, a little sneakier heat on the back of it. We also be using ghee. So ghee is essentially clarified butter. The important part about this is it's got a higher smoke point. So when you're more likely to burn your butter, this is a little more forgiving. Okay, first things first is you get the marinade together. And we do equal parts milk and beer. So I'm out here editing this video and it looks like the camera cut out on me when I was talking about the marinade. Marinade is equal parts milk, beer, whatever kind of beer you drink, and a lot of hot sauce, like Louisiana hot sauce. Put a good bit in it. You can see the color that it is on the video. So get it to be that orangey color. Don't be afraid of the hot sauce. It's not going to overwhelm the frog legs. It's not going to create a big issue if you don't like hot foods. It's just good flavor. Let it soak. Hour minimum. If you have more time than that, let it go. Just keep it in the refrigerator. You put the frog legs in. Make sure that they're covered. Okay, so we're cooking about, I don't know, 8 or 10 frog legs here, so just a decent size enough saucepan for it. A little bit of a low heat. Scoop a little bit of ghee out. You just want enough to kind of coat the bottom. So a couple of scoops. Now, on my recipes, we're just doing generalizations, right? You do not need to know a specific amount of butter or a specific amount of flour or salt, pepper, whatever. Season it to your taste. Honestly, most of these recipes are just they're very loose recipes. So it's not like you need exacts. You can get by on this just kind of winging it, I guess. Cooking's not difficult. Cooking's not a science, it's an art. So don't get bogged down in 1 teaspoon of this or 1 teaspoon of that. So melt your butter. Once it's melted, crank it up a little bit to where it'll start to simmer. Don't burn it. Do not burn it. Okay, now that your butter is getting a little bit hot, I went up to 5 on my stove. I'm gonna go back down to a 3.5 or so. You take the frog legs directly out of the marinade and drop them right in. Now this is a good way to cook some of these thicker, bigger frog legs that are a little bit tough when you're frying them. a good way to handle some of those, so you can kind of cherry pick some of these bigger frogs to experiment this way a little bit. And as soon as I say that, I throw a little one in. A little salt. A little pepper. Garlic powder. Little special spice. Tony's, Slap Your Mama, whatever you like here. You could even do a, you know, I like chili lime. I have a chili lime rub. You could do any flavor that you want here. Lemon pepper. Whatever your wife likes. Let it cook and just make sure that they're not sticking. Okay, once they start to get a little brown color on them, flip them. Flip them and spice the backside. A little salt. A little pepper. Little garlic powder. And a little of your New Orleans style, Cajun style seasoning. Okay, your backside is browning. It's time to pull them. You can see how easily it is for them to stick. So you gotta be careful. Gotta be real careful, because that meat starts to get real tender like that. And if you don't pay attention like I did, they will break apart on you. But don't let it go to waste. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So here it is. Some sauteed frog legs. You can see how tender they are. This one just wants to break apart right there. And that meat is literally falling off the bone. Next time you catch some frogs and you want to try something a little different, give this a shot. Only takes a little bit, 15-20 minutes max. Throw your 6 frog legs in there, play with them with the kind of spicing that you like, and you will find something different and good, and honestly a little healthier.